Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. Daniel Jugenis coming to you from London in the United Kingdom. Trust you're well, in the best of health, and most importantly, you're all safe. Now, today I was going to move in a different direction. I'm now officially in mourning, I'm wearing black and going through the process of healing. Unfortunately, I seem to kind of get dragged back down into hell. By that I mean, the anger's still there, and as I said in yesterday's video entry, the anger's internalized. I'm much more calmer, and that is until you read something like, so go on Facebook, just to kind of catch up on what's going on, and there's always some idiot that will start telling you a whole load of claptrap, particularly when they don't live in this country, and notably a lady who lives in Australia who's telling me that she can't understand why I'm blaming one particular political party when it's actually the fault of China. Well, my response, apart from calling her an effing idiot, was the fact that it is not China's fault that my 79-year-old mother was found, was hospitalized because of COVID 19, and was found out of a bed, face down, dead on the floor of the hospital ward where she was. Now, you contrast that with the media, the British media's deification of our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, his hospitalisation, his recovery, people out on the street, clapping and whatever else, whatever bollocks that's going on. A celebration of this man rather than actually looking at his failures, of which there are many, more so during this current crisis. The fact that his government didn't take the pandemic seriously enough. They still had people flying in from China for wherever else, and they weren't checked for COVID 19, and so the list goes on. And he was so reckless that, it nearly cost him his life. But he recovered. Unfortunately, my poor mother didn't recover. She went into hospital and she never came out. And she didn't die with any kind of dignity whatsoever. But are the British media, are the journalists interested in any of this? No, they are not. They are not. They would rather fawn over a man who's wholly inadequate for the job of Prime Minister rather than looking at his many, many failures. And that makes me angry. And, it may be good if I just didn't bother with social media for a while because there's stuff there that's coming up, and it's just making me a lot more angrier than I really want to be at this moment, and I just can't seem to find any kind of peace because of the stupidity and the ignorance of of British people, notably the English. Really, it just really pisses me off. If I had the opportunity to go and live in another country, that opportunity came, I would gladly go because I just can't understand how people in this country can be celebrating and backing mediocrity on such a massive scale. It's just so unbelievable. I mean, I was aware of all this, but I think just the death of my mother and the circumstances in which her death occurred, it's just kind of sent me on a loop, just spiraling out of control. And I think with a situation like this, it is you tend to find out who your friends are. I mean, there's people I thought that would have, sent me a message of condolence, and I've heard absolutely nothing from them. And that is a little bit disheartening because I thought better of them, which is not the case now, but each to his own. So that's where I am right now. I just can't seem to move beyond where I was on Good Friday after I got the news. Just can't seem to move away from it. I mean, the period of mourning I kind of literally had to impose on myself because at the end of the day it was my mother. But it's just what's really getting to me is just her death and how it occurred and how she was found and how little, well, she died with no dignity, no dignity whatsoever. I mean, why was she found that way? You know, foot soldiers don't lose wars. The fact of the matter is that the current party in government have, every time they've been in government, they have systematically undermined, underfunded our National Health Service, even going so far to vote down a pay rise for nurses and cheering in the House of Commons when they won the vote. Absolute disgusting, absolute disgraceful. And, you know, I think I would feel better if the health service was actually properly funded, properly resourced, properly staffed. And if my mother died, I could pretty much handle it because I know that she would have got the care that she needed, and she probably did up to a point. But you when the health service is under resourced and understaffed, well, that's not going to happen. There was nobody to catch her when she fell, and she died where she fell, face down. And that's what's really eating away at me like a cancer. And I just can't get past it. So whatever comments I make on social media or even here on YouTube or wherever this ends up, I really don't want people telling me how I should feel and what I should do, because at the end of the day you really don't know how I feel apart from what I'm telling you. But you can't empathize. You just don't know how I feel. So all this bollocks I'm hearing about negativity in this pandemic crisis. Well, yeah, of course there's a lot of negativity. I lost my fucking mother nearly a week ago. How does anybody expect me to feel, knowing, right, that it could have been averted? Possibly it could have been averted if our Prime Minister and his government of jokers had actually taken the threat seriously in the first place. I mean, I don't know how my mother contracted the virus. I mean, she lives in a quiet street with her husband. She goes to church and she caught a taxi to church. So she either caught it via the taxi drive or she caught it when she went to church. I don't know. I mean, that's just speculation on my part. But she caught it and she was hospitalised and she never came out of hospital. And somehow I'm supposed to have this English stiff upper lip. Well, look, I was born in the area of Birmingham, which is part of a big area called England, but I never saw myself as English. I saw myself as British. So all that English bullshit that has been coming out all over social media, no, I've never bought into it, and I'm not buying into it now. You can go and fucking well sell it somewhere else. I'm not interested in it anymore. The claptrap that comes out the right wing media, or every time Boris Johnson opens his fucking mouth, blah 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 blah. Not fucking interested in anything he's got to say, or his government for that matter. My mother is dead, and she's dead because of the policies that they have implemented that's kind of undermined our health service. It's as simple as that. You don't agree with me? Well, fuck you, right? You know, just stop watching it. You know, just stop. Just switch off this video now. You know, I'm not interested in hearing. You know, whatever you've got to say. You know, I'm angry and I'm fucking mad as hell. Yeah, you know, I lost my mother, right? And if you don't get it, then you know, fuck you. Yeah. Now I'm angry, and you know, and I'm hurting, and you know, right now I don't want to hear anything about, you know, I don't want any words of condolences. I've had words of condolences from people who generally, you know, care about how I'm going through. I'm just saying there are some who I thought maybe would have dropped a line and didn't. You know, I'm just thinking, well, fine, fine. But, you know, this is how I feel. And I guess I'm going to be feeling like this for some time to come. Now, if I don't do another video entry for a while, then I guess you'll understand, you know, why. Because it's probably going to be more of the same, and maybe I should stay off social media, just do my writing and my blog, and just kind of put that up and just leave it at that. So I don't know. I don't know. I might do a video entry tomorrow, or I might not for a while. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. That's all I can say. But you know, I do appreciate those people who actually take the time to watch this, and you know, and I appreciate your support. But for now, I'm just going to kind of say goodbye for now, and see what comes. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Maybe I won't do it for a while. But we'll see how things go. I'm in mourning anyway, so well, thank you for watching, and as always, I bid you adieu, au revoir, and hope you have a good day, and take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to others, and we'll talk again sometime soon. Okay. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.